Okay, so today we are going here, O'Rourke's Castle. It's just down here. There's my apartment. That's how close it is. But it took us nearly like 3 years even to realize this was a place. Almost never come down here because there's almost nothing down here except for a really nice walk in the summertime. The crows make this place their own. It's absolutely mental. Apparently, I don't trust all these wet leaves slide all over the place. It's Slane Castle all over again. Or Oslo. You guys never saw that. Didn't have a channel back then, but I used to slip on so much ice. Apparently all these trees are currently suffering, not all of them, a huge chunk of them, are suffering from some sort of moss that's killing them, and there's nothing anyone can do. I'm not sure which are the ones being suffered, but apparently the moss is like everywhere, all in this area, and all they can do is just wait for it to kill off so many that it itself will die off. Anyway, if you're wondering why I'm showing all this just to pad it out, well, you'll see why in a second, because it is technically a castle, but it's no Winterfell. You should be able to walk there up into the docks by my apartment, but no, can't do it. Or even cross the river without going across the bridge. Anyway, there's the archery range. Where Metal Monkey and me went to town. That was some good shit. I had to go back there one more time before the end. Maybe in January. Do a bit of airsoft firing. There you go, nice selection. This is it, by the way. This is it. It's all that's left of the castle. This one wall. And a plaque put up, well, not a plaque, a monument put up a lot later. Like the family crest, 2 pigs. That must have meant that they had made a lot of money from pig farming. The Arms of O'Sullivan. Here on January the 14th, 1603, Brian Og O'Rourke welcomed Donlan O'Sullivan, Beer and his followers. After their epic march from, Glenclariff in 14 days. Though 1,000 started with him, only 35 remained. 16 armed men, 18 non-combatants, and 1 woman, the wife of the chief's uncle, Dermot O'Sullivan. If I'm right, that's off down in Cork. So it's a hell of a walk in 2 days. Now, there's a guy, you could say he's the local celebrity. He apparently is related to these. And he is very much proud of that fact. And he's famous for cycling around the world. Wrote a book about it, has his own podcast. I have to listen to that sometime. I've met him a few times up in the pub. But he walked the entirety of it, did like a vlog. It's pretty impressive stuff. The Arms of O'Rourke. This tablet was erected in 1952 to mark the remains of Leitrim Castle, built in 1540 by Brian Balloch O'Rourke. It was held by his grandson, Brian Og O'Rourke, during the 9 Years' War. The English captain Bustock died in an unsuccessful assault and was attacked again by Sir Oliver Lambert, English president of Connaught, who took and destroyed it in 1603. Thus was the last Irish castle to fall before Hugh O'Neill's surrender. Yeah, this was This was during the reign of Elizabeth, I do believe. The Irish lords tried one last, who at this point were all lords, they used to be kings. One last time to do it. As you can see, there's not much left. Don't even know how high it was at that point. Probably wasn't the greatest castle in the world, it was just an important castle, because this area is very important. In memory of Garda John Rafferty, Leitrim Village, Garda Station, 1916, volunteer and member of Garda Síochána, 1923 to 1952. Garda John, or Gardaí, John Reid, Bellafarn Garda Station, 1916, volunteer, member of the Garda Síochána, erected by the Leitrim Village Development. Up there in Sheemore, there was a battle. It was more of a skirmish, but enough people died, and afterwards the English burnt down the whole village as a sort of like, fuck you, Paddy, even though they actually had nothing to do with it. And doubly stupid because apparently that's also where they were billeted, so they had nowhere to sleep. Typical war, especially a civil war, which in many ways the Irish War of Independence was. Shane McDonough, 1883, 1916. Commemorative tree trail. There's a good few of them scattered around the area. I think I showed one a few years ago. And of course, the most important thing of all, the bins. First erected in 1725 by the Earl of Erlington, the bins of Leitrim are famed far and wide for their majestic water properties. Domestic refuge in this facility. Yeah, well, that doesn't stop any of these boats, let me tell you. Yeah, this is our little bit of history. There's another castle way up there. That's a big tourist trap. I'd love to show that sometime, but it's not easy to get to. And there's another house. There's another few. I mean, Ireland's scarred with castles. Not many of them are in good nick, but you find the occasional one. That's why Game of Thrones was shot here. Anyway, and this, of course, is where the dogs. One of the dogs couldn't catch the stick. He eventually did. But he was a good boy. Anyway, that's me. Our little slice of history is done, and my content is going to be uploaded soon enough. So with that said, hope you enjoyed this. Bye! I try to do something nice by giving you a slightly different video. And the bloody heavens open up. And look what I'm wearing. I'm gonna get absolutely soaked. Oh, Jesus. Let this be a lesson, kids. Never do anything nice for no one.